to the show, guys. It is Tuesday evening. It is the Pegasus Show live, and we are here live on YouTube. Now, just as a quick shout out, because it specifically does ask, the background music tonight is going to be provided by a copyright-free music from Approaching Nirvana, Nirvana, sorry. And they've asked, obviously, in the description of their music list playlist, just to credit them. So I have put it in the description of this live stream, and also just going to mention it out here live on camera as well. So I do hope you enjoyed the music. Evening, Darren. Welcome to the show, buddy. So any questions, obviously, please do ask through the night. This is basically a show where you guys pretty much get to decide, but I do have a couple of ideas of topics we could talk about. And to me, that music still sounds a bit loud, but also I want to make sure you guys can still hear the music. It's amazing what you can do off an old phone. The old phone that I used to record all my videos off. So I can still carry on playing the music, and I'll just show you. I mean, that is everything that I had for doing it. So we've got the game, we've got editing software, we've got YouTube, got Discord as well, we've got stfc.space there. What's that one? That was that was stfc knowledge as well. Yeah, I forgot about that that website. Oh yeah, totally forgot about that one. But yeah, so I had that. But yeah, that was it. That's what I used, but now it's just pretty much used for the music. Hey Hugo, welcome in, buddy. So yeah, big shout out to Approaching Nirvana. I think it's Nirvana pronounced, for the background tonight. So events, yes, someone in my alliance commented today about how they're feeling that the events are a little bit repetitive. Hey Paul, welcome in, buddy. How they're a little bit repetitive and just pretty much giving us the same thing. And I was thinking to myself, he's actually got a point, but the one thing is it's not just primarily like this particular month, and he was aiming it at this particular month. But even I've noticed how the events just seem to basically repeat themselves. There's no change, there's no progression in the events towards the actual, what the arc's supposed to be about. Now, we all know that this is a Voyager arc. YQ's been put in when he only appeared in, 3 episodes of Voyager? 1 episode of Deep Space Nine, and at least 20 episodes of The Next Generation. Yeah, you can kind of see where Q really was, and so why he's been brought in, especially Judge Q, into a Voyager arc. Judge Q was never in Voyager. He was always in The Next Generation. But that be as it may, hey Kay, welcome in, buddy. And obviously we've all been experiencing the lovely lag and issues and problems, and 3 episodes of Voyager. He was in Suicidal Q, that one. He was in Civil War Q, where he went to Civil War and then mated with that female Q, and then ended up with a bouncy baby. And then he also ended up in the one with his son as a very late teen, early 20s sort of youth. And blame the Saudi owners. No, I can't blame the Saudi owners. I'm sorry. They're actually, as far to my knowledge, I mean, I'm not into the intricacies of American trade deals and businesses and everything, but from what I understand with the Saudis, they just basically bought it out. They're not actually doing anything. They leave the current. That was the suicidal Q, Hugo. That was a suicidal Q. So I can't remember the name of the episode. But it's the one where Q was found in imprisoned in an asteroid. He was beamed out. Voyager thought it was the vaunted Q Continuum guy that had been terrorizing the Enterprise until the actual Q we knew came along. And then obviously he claimed asylum and all that from lonely, pathetic human beings, and all that But in regard to the Saudi owners, no, I don't think the Saudi owners have anything to do with it. They just bought it out. They're leaving the general management in place to still run things as they were running it. And it basically comes down to a fact of the servers. Now, I might most probably be wrong about the way this works, but Scopely obviously have their own set of servers, including, yes, I'm shocked to even say this myself, but they'll also have a test server or the beta server where they test all our lovely content out. Once it's working fine on there, then they push it out to us guys. But you see, there's a massive problem with this. And this is my take on this. This is not based in any facts, just my take on my general knowledge. I do feel as a stifled Stfc in the last couple of months, it's not been great. No, Voyager was planned before the Saudi takeover. The earliest we're going to feel anything from the Saudi takeover in terms of what we're going to be getting content-wise and event-wise, we're most likely going to be looking December, January 2024, because these arcs are planned months and months in advance. So this is why in December, Eco could put out in his roadmap, which, bearing in mind, we are now overdue for another 6-month roadmap. So we could probably take the last one as a 12-month one. But everything's already set out months and months in advance because it takes them months and months to create these things. I mean, God knows how long it took game design and the engineering or the coders or whoever it is that actually builds the whole stuff. God knows how long it took them to actually come out with this mechanic of the forbidden technology, Q's trials and everything, because obviously it's so involved and so, yeah, you know what I mean. So to me, no, we won't feel anything in regards to the Saudi deal until earliest next year, in my opinion. And for some reason I'm losing my sockets now, because I haven't got a big enough bloody cable as usual. Right, I think that's got it. No, it's not. Can I just squeeze it there? Nope. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to sort of like put my screen where it's easier for me to actually read it rather than me looking really far to one side. But yeah, but so what it is obviously Scopely have their own servers and they push it out onto those servers. Now, obviously, we know how many different servers that there actually are. And the problem is, then they've got to filter from the Scopely servers onto, hey, Nuts, welcome in, buddy. Then they've got to filter out onto the other servers that are things like Android, iOS, PC. So this is where we have the, oh god, lovely adverts again. And this is where we have the problem with servers. And I believe that something called Redis has been mentioned about for you, a company dealing with servers and all that, designed to try and stabilize everything. I love them to stop adding stuff for a month and work on stability of the game and clear out the inventories, the content and all stuff we can't use. Paul, I am in complete agreement with that one. 100% agreement. However, they won't do that because is it me or did they add a research the Xbox tree in row 8 called Chest Collective, or did I miss the patch notes? There has been some patch notes dropped today and we will look at them because we've also got to update the game. I haven't updated it yet. I'm going to do that live here on the show, so we can actually compare what we're currently seeing to what the new patch notes say. But as for the collective chest, possibly, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. So you're looking on row 8, and we will jump into that. But as I was saying with the servers, obviously Scope has got to push it out onto those particular servers, Android, iOS and things like that. However, please tell me that you're not getting shit quality screen, that you're actually getting what I'm seeing in front of me, not what I'm seeing over here. because it's what I'm seeing over there is really, really pixelated. But gives 1 or 2. No, that's that actually came out in the original patch notes. It was one of the 3 chests dropped into the Xbox faction store. So what we had is we had the collective chest. As you can see, I've already got level 1 done. Yee! Yeah, I might do level 2. But we also got Prophet's Favor, and we also got Enemies of Bajor. I'm going to highly recommend this one. I am really going to recommend this one. I just need to get that extra 600, which will be tomorrow. And I'm going to bang this piece of research in to complete that one. But yeah, so they obviously got to push it out to the Android and iOS servers and everything like that. But the problem is Android, iOS, all have their own issues with the fact they've got other apps. And if anyone who's actually looked at their iOS store and their Google store and all that, you'll see how many different games that they have on their servers available for people to download onto their phones. And it's the same with PC. Obviously, there's that many different PC games. I don't know what PC client it is they're using, but it's got to go through all that. And this is where we have the problem. It's a technical communication problem between Scopely servers, the host servers like Android and all that, and then our devices and our computers and everything. So it's a communication issue between all 3 sets, and this is what causes the lag. How did you do the hostile hunt? I got 7th. Hostile hunt. To be honest, I literally just skimmed the events today. Hang on. Heavy hitter. Yeah, I don't really run for that one. But just to give you an idea of how I fared, 44. Yeah, I don't really go for it because it's just not my thing. Got the Titan A today, also Tuvok and Chakotay. So been an okay month. Smashing Kate. The Titan, yeah, okay. Take your time, mate. Don't rush upgrading it. Just let it go. Tuvok, we can have a look at Tuvok as well today. But as well as you've noticed from the video I dropped yesterday, I've got Chakotay. So we've got all that. Hey, Dave, welcome in, buddy. It's just for the looks. Yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's not too bad a ship, in all honesty. But the fact it's as much use at fighting as a chocolate fire guard, yeah, it's a bit depressing. Especially when you had all the great cinematics in Star Trek Picard season 3 episode 10 of the Titan flying past the Federation fleet, firing its phasers and everything, trying to distract the Federation fleet. They put it in the game and made it a pile of trash. But then again, that's what seems to happen in Scopely. I mean, they did it to TNG. They took a brilliant TV, probably one of the better Star Treks, and trashed it. So it does give command center stuff. That's all it's good for. Yeah, pretty much. All your skill points and things like that. It's not really worth that bloody much. So, but yeah. So back on the servers thing. So that's the problem with the servers. Now, Paul, back to your main point about Scopely need to stop releasing content and stabilize the game. Yes, they do. They honestly do need to try and stabilize the game a hell of a lot more than they are. But with the roadmap that they released back in December, they did say that they were going to be working on various different things towards aim towards stabilizing the game better and making it more playable, for lack of a better way of putting it. But Yeah, we'll have to see what happens by the end of this year, because obviously we're over halfway through the year now. So ideally, we should actually start seeing something better. But a pile of crap and crashes and lag, and especially this month, it's ridiculous. It's easy. It's easy. Started to pursue it in the final few hours. Went from 160th to 5th. I'm about 3 hours and finished from 7th place. That's not too bad enough. So that's actually pretty good. So, oh yeah, the error messages are increasing. They've been a constant nuisance for me as well. But the best one is, and I don't know how many. Oh, I'm guessing there's a fair few of you who are in Stfc official Discord. I actually put a post in there of an issue I was finding with one of the events yesterday. It was the Delta Adversary event. Is it still there? Yeah, the Zeta one. Now, what I was finding is I ended up sending 4 warships in. I had the Defiant, the Augur. The Defiant, the Augur, the D4, and the Enterprise. But you didn't get the Zeta one. Yeah, apparently some players didn't, and that's a bit of an issue for me, because you're missing out on all those tokens over there. So I would highly recommend. The first question I'm going to ask is, did you do this one first? Did you do that one first? Either last month or the month before, because it came out on Voyager Part 1, was rerun again in Voyager Part 2 for those who missed it in Voyager Part 1, but it's also rerunning again in Part 3 for anyone who missed out on in Voyager Parts 1 and 2. So I'm going to guess it's also going to do it. I did it all last month and also in Part 1. I also did not the Zeta. I did it last time. The Zeta, yeah. I don't recall the Zeta coming up, because this one absolutely pissed me off. Because PvP. Now, when we had this released, and please correct me if you think I'm wrong, but when this was released in Voyager Part 1, for the diplomatic side, it did not mention anything about PvP. It didn't mention anything about PvP. That was the offensive side. So in my big-headed view, according to Rev, you didn't need to do this one if you did it before. Yeah, no, if you've done it before, then you don't need to. But I haven't done this Zeta one, so obviously that's the reason why I did it. And obviously in yesterday's video, I did mention somebody screwed up. That's my opinion, because I don't recall Diplomacy mentioning anything about PvP. So used Heavy Hunter to stock up on stuff. Used all your tokens for Actian and then Borg. Then finished off FKR collecting parts. Yeah, you see, that's where the problem is. You'd have to hit the Borg and the Actian to actually get your points for the heavy hitter. I can't be bothered to waste tokens on all that crap. I just ate it. Yeah, this month was sent up to support message. They told me I should have had it. Should not have had it. Not got the Zeta comp. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Hugo. Diplomatic was pretty much mining and research. Or was it station or was it research? Something like that. So somebody screwed up here. Big style. You read it in the description. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, it says here defeating hostile players, but why would you defeat hostile players in a PvP? Mining, ship XP, or officer? Yeah, I think it was officer XP for the diplomatic one, and ship XP was for the offensive. So yeah. Hey Matt, welcome in, buddy. Has anyone else had reports of the talk? The talk? What talk will that be? I'm not quite sure which one you're on about. So I need to take a screenshot of this one actually, because I'll be putting this in the grading video. But yeah, so somebody really messed up this month with the events, and yeah, not happy. But in another attempt to answer Paul's question about stopping for a month, Scopely won't do that. The reason being is simple: money. Money, 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 money. Because every time they release new content, there's a whole slew of parts. Oh. So the Talios mission is not appearing on the holodeck. Ooh. I didn't even know they dropped that. So now this might tie into a couple of little things. We'll have a look. So lower decks, time flies, mosquito, space level 26. No. Archive, tourists. Okay, so there's nothing here that I've got, but maybe I've got to update my game. We'll find out shortly. But yeah, so they won't stop releasing new content because it's the only way that they actually make a decent amount of money. If they stopped for a month, or yeah, just a month, they would probably hit their bottom line because not enough packs are sold through the game. Well, it's not surprising that they don't sell enough packs, in my opinion, of retail, because they're too flipping expensive. Half the world is going through economical difficulties with cost of living and all that. Like here in the UK, it costs more to get your shopping and your energy bills than the actual money you get paid for working or even being on the benefit system, like me. Yay! So it's like you shop, you'll probably get something like £2,000 a month, and your bills will come to like 1,300. Your shopping it alone will come to 600 for a month. Well, that's not leaving you an awful lot of money to spend, especially when you've got like a family of 5 and kids that you want to take out places. So yeah, you haven't really got a lot of money, and then your energy bills could drastically change how much your bills are. So, but yeah, so for me, the packs, if they actually reduce some of the price points, I think they'll actually find they'll probably sell a few more. But yeah, Scopely won't stop because of basically the money side of things. Now, there is another way that they could actually do it by dropping some new stuff into the game, not overly major, like the big contents that they've been releasing during this Voyager arc, but just, you know, like little things like lower, below deck officers, generic officers like ensigns, lieutenants, and aimed at specific ships, so like interceptor specialist below deck, basically just increasing your specific stats on like interceptors, battleship specialists, mining specialists, things like that. Just something simple while they tweet things in the background, and have some, if they, or they could literally just have someone sat there going through the code. It'd be pretty boring, but I think it's got something down to go down with something that I've lost my trail of thought. Coders, someone looking through the code. Yeah, so it basically is just going to take someone to go through the code. If anyone has caught Ripper's Twitch streams, where he's gone through some of the code and he's just found problems in the code, and it's just like just a simple thing like pick Beverly Picard. She was broken on release, and Ripper found it like that. Announced it in the stream. Rev went and made a video within half an hour, and then suddenly, by the end of that day, Beverly was fixed because it was found. Because nobody's checking the code properly and not realizing there's problems. So, yeah. They could do it now, clear out the currency while the arc is on. Yeah, they could do. They could do. Or another idea that I've had is star bases. Yeah, just bear with me when I mention this. Not the oversized mining shite that we've been given. A star base that we've all asked for, which will have like its own refinery, own automatic mining ships that will you build and they'll just go out and automatically mine and they'll come back when they're full. For resources and materials, an automatic refiner. Scopely will need 10 rippers a month just to fix. Yeah, they would. They would. Shame on me. What for? Mentioning star bases. But yeah, so it's like a star base that we can actually use. And built into the star base would be, get it, wait for this, big thing that we've all been saying that needs to be brought to this game. It's so big, it's so unbelievable, it would actually work. A trading center. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Would a trading center in this game be so detrimental that it's not worth bringing in? And would it not make that starbase, that pathetic piece of crap we were given in the Deep Space Nine arc that they called a starbase, which is what they thought the players wanted, but it's exactly the opposite of what we asked for? Would a trading center not make that starbase far more effective? Far more useful? It would. It would cost them too much money. Because people will be then trading stuff. If they want to make more money, then they need to clear the game, stabilize the game. Yeah, exactly. Spend more time reloading than you do spending money. Yeah, exactly. Nuts. You do spend more time reloading this game than actually spending money. I mean, at most, I buy the battle pass. That's pretty much all I can afford. So I would love to buy the resource pack, but then again, to be perfectly honest, I mean, you can see my resources in top corner. I'm not exactly doing too bad for resources. So, yeah, it's materials I have an issue. But then again, on a free-to-play path, I don't have to worry too much about the materials because I'll get them over time and then just generally upgrade. But I've always got something on the go for upgrading, whether it's the buildings, the research. So, not a problem. Simple compo. Who has the most Kamari? I have. Okay, yeah, we'll take that one. Kamari blueprints. Who has the most? Am I going to do a Camp 36 or keep going to like... I'm sticking at 46 for a while. I've got shit tons of research to do. Absolute shit tons. Yes, I did get the compo chest and we'll quickly just... If I can actually, you know, get the sidebar to actually work. Now, where is it? Here it is. And yes, I took an ugly picture of myself because I'd just been to have some drops in my eyes and my eyes like that. But now, obviously, this was the compo chest that we've been given. And in all honesty, I'm happy with this. I mean, next to Tuvok is the elite tokens, 5 days worth. This is similar to what we got back in October during the Deep Space Nine for the massive cock up then. More time restarting and staring at the loading screen than actually playing the game. So it makes spending cash feel wasted. It does, in all honesty. So 3,483 Kamaris. Yeah, so Paul's still in the lead on that one. But a good thing in this for me was at the end of the top line, the Battle Pass tokens. Finished off with Battle Pass like that. So for all of us who managed to actually complete the various events where on the day we had those issues, and obviously you can see what time I took it, 06:43 this morning UK time. So that's like about what, 16 hours ago. Literally, just under 16 hours ago. But yeah, right. So let's 77. Right. Okay. Come on, piss off. So right now, I've got to go back over to the game. Here we go. So yeah, sorry about the flipping of the screen there. Have you unlocked Metro? No, I haven't. I'm not even sure how far off the Metron I actually am. Click on that. I think I'm still a fair whack away. Yeah, I'm only 127, so I think I've got to complete all of the level, the 2-star trials yet. So since Scopely fixed the augment, that's a brilliant fix. I've got to admit, that's a brilliant fix. Should Scopely be able to make territory events or alliance trial where bounty hunters would spawn to attack an alliance starbase, and we players would need to defend the starbase and intercept hostiles to prevent them damaging the base, or higher difficulty for more rewards, the territory could be lost.
Took that toast to a whole new level with a slather of anchor butter. 100% British milk. Top your slice with a stick of jam.
No, in all honesty, I wouldn't. Now, this is something I've been running around in my head for months in regards to the starbase. My idea with the starbase would be, I'm going to have to go out to the galaxy map. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll take the system I'm actually in if it'll reload. So we'll jump back in. So basically what you would do, let's zoom out, is plonk your alliance starbase, say like in here or another system, and you could basically claim that system for your alliance. Because in all honesty, right, unless you've got the ability, you can see the various number of alliances we have occupying origin space, and that's a small fraction of alliances. It's only a small fraction. So to me, allowing the other alliances to claim a system would be fine. And then in that system, what they could spawn out from that alliance starbase is like defense platforms and shipyards for repairs, and other various things as well. Even like a trading center wouldn't go amiss in there. I mean, just things like that for a starbase, and it's something they could progress on and sort out over time. Start this theoretical base attack scenario, and 1 hour before you have to refresh territory anyways. Yeah, Hugo, I'm slightly confused what you're on about there. I know you're on about this bounty hunter mechanic where the alliance starbase comes under attack. We really, really need a trade center. We do. We need that in game, and it would open up so many possibilities. Hey, pets, welcome in. So many possibilities. And do you know what even the worst bit is, right? The worst bit. We had the perfect arc to bring it in. The perfect arc. February, March 2022. Can anyone remember what arc ran on those 2 months last year? Can anybody remember? So I'm just going to give you a moment to who's going to drop it in. You can't remember, Hugo. God, there's got to be somebody out there who remembers what arc we got. And if I give you the clue of Dabo, that might ring a few bells. That might ring a few bells. Because this was the perfect act to drop a trading center in. Yes, Darren, it was the Ferengi. It was the Rules of Acquisition arc. That was the perfect time to drop a trading center. Because who better to run your trading center than the scrupulous, untrustworthy, pathetic little trolls, the Ferengi? Who better to run it for you and make a profit for themselves in the process? Because what could you buy out there? You could buy Latinum. In fact, increase the Latinum pay. You would get ripped off. But that's part of the fun of it. It's perfectly law. It's perfectly law. Unless you actually want to consider the 32nd century Ferengi that's serving in Starfleet, but we don't know too much about them and what they're all about. And given the fact that Discovery is actually on its last season, I don't think we're actually going to see anything to do with the Ferengi. Yeah, but Scopely would make a fortune. It'll be their bread and butter. Because the one thing is as well, in the trading center, you can have a quick link to this lot as well. Yes, this lot. All this in here. You can have a quick link to it. And then, I don't know, maybe add for the free-to-play players, yes, and this is like a free-to-play, add a free-to-play cost to these on top of the monetary value, or the monetary that they show. So free-to-play players can even do this. Say like these $100 packs. Why not cost it around about 500,000 Latinum? 500,000 Latinum. Or, heaven forbid, 1 million Latinum for a $100 pack, right? Because we all saw what the Treasury paid out this month. All right, I got 1.1 million Latinum out of it. And bearing in mind that they say that the Treasury is based on a pack worth $150, 1 million Latinum for $100 pack. I've just got 1.1 million on a $150 pack. Who's laughing here? Scopely. They're in profit because they just give you 1 million Latinum in the Treasury for worth 1.5 times more than what you're actually going to be paying you 1 million Latinum for this. So they're basically giving away Latinum for them to just take it back in, and free to play players would be available to buy one of these packs without having to spend money. But yeah, I mean, I see the treasury as high as I do because obviously I do buy the battle pass, so they do give me the value. And obviously, a lot of free to play players who don't actually spend a penny, sadly, they don't actually get to see such a high thing. Any events coming up that would require preload like ATAs and artifacts? ATAs? Yeah, I've got 18 hours. I still need to finish it. That started yesterday, actually. It was a 48-hour event. As for artifacts and everything, no, there isn't anything. I haven't seen anything in the calendar, but we all know it's always subject to change. Typical Scopely. Coming up in the future. No, this is it. I mean, what are we now? We're on the final week of this month's arc. The final week. And yeah. I can't really see much more coming in this month, actually. It should all be winding down. The ATA event does actually this event does actually seem to be popping up every month. So you can save for that, but yeah, you can't save too much. I mean, let's actually have a look, see if we've got any ATAs available. Let's review, or is it the arc over? No, we've still got one more week. We're in the final week of it. Oh, got 7 away. Got 4 away teams. Woohoo! This is going to be interesting. Yeah, you can score on trait XP, but the amount of trait XP you need is so low. Literally, you don't need to worry about saving it up. You can get it on 2 days of dailies, and boom, you've done it. You just need to make sure you got an officer. Another Chakotay auction. I think there is one scheduled this coming weekend. I think there is one coming. I spent 45,000 and I'm ranked 7 at the moment. Oh, that's the SLB. Yeah, I don't like SLBs. I mean, yes, they've got their uses. They help Scopely get a bit more money. So, but yeah. So, Arbiter Successor. So let's go see what we get for this one. Just a success. I don't even know what the critical was. And that's another thing I hate about this. You can't actually... If they gave you an eye to see what... Like... So click the eye. So you can see... I can see what officers I've got on a mission here. Obviously, how long's left. And what the critical component is. But when it's complete, you can't see it. Must be 7 of 9 officer next month. You spent too much, did you, nuts? Oh, no. Bollocks. Sorry, nuts, I've just heard your comments. You've actually put, motherfucker, I spent too much last week. Hey, yeah, don't worry, I spent too much this weekend on materials. But I got Chakotay. So, I was happy with that. So, oh, we hit a crit! Merit of Honor. You definitely need to be getting as many of these as possible because you're going to need them. Seriously, you're going to need them. I mean, that's what's stifling my ATA progression at the minute. Is getting all them. So... And we just hit a success on this one. Yay. So, no faction credits for me. I could actually take a page out of Nuts' language here that just say the same thing, but so right, so let's see what we've got. Trust Cowell to be on an away mission. I need her back. How long have I got? A day and 20 hours. Yeah, I haven't got enough. Typical. So I ain't got enough to bring Carol back. So Spock, oh, it's a health one as well. And I don't think, oh, you and you. So, okay, so 62% chance. I'll take that any day. First Chakotay SLB, I ended up with 23 million points and placed 12. Wow. But it was enough for me to unlock. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, yeah. I can't even remember how many points I got this weekend. So, upgraded to 40, not cash. Screwed my plans, was holding off until I had max all G3 epic ships. Don't worry, Nuts. Don't worry. You can... Actually, yeah. Yeah, you're going to hit a problem now. Because you'll find in events your G3 materials go from here like that. You still get some, but like I said, you've gone from like that much in materials down to about that much. It's ridiculous the drop in materials as soon as you hit 40. But then again, it's nothing compared to what I've heard is happening when you go from 50 to 51. You get your G4 materials go from that to nothing. Yeah, it is all 4-star now. Once you've hit those 40s, that's it. It's 4-star all the way, baby. So just bear that in mind for anyone else who's not is not in the G4 region yet, make sure you do everything you can in G3. I've still got some G3 materials to do. My Orca still needs maxing out. My D4 still needs maxing out. And I'm an Ops 46. That's how bad the material acquisition for G3 is. So, I need so much. I need to reach an Ops for a G4 ship. 42. Shipyard 42. But make sure you've got the blueprints available before you get there, because otherwise it's pointless. As for the miners, forget them, skip them. If you want to build them, fine, build them. Keep them in your hangar because you don't need them. Horizon, Meridian, G3 faction miners. They're the only ones you're actually going to need. I mean, to scrap my 28s. You'll be better off scrapping the 26s, mate. In all honesty, scrap the 26s. Best advice I got, do all 3-star research before going into level 4. Yeah, Paul, exactly. That's what you do need to do. You really do need to do that G3 research. I've got a few bits left, but they're more aimed at the Klingon side of things and for Klingon ships, which I tend not to really chase. So I don't worry too much about them. But I will get round to eventually getting them done. Got Voyager to tier 5 and cost an eye-watering like 2 or 3 billion titanium per component. Yes, I've heard that Voyager is extremely expensive to upgrade and repair. So also you do need to bear that in mind. I'd probably say just stick to like tier 4 for a while. Mark, what ops level are you? Because that would... how is your efficiency research in for resources? That would be another question that I would ask. That was the plan. I get to the end of the night and make bad decisions. Oh, bless your nuts. I think we all made that. Get to the end of the night, we're absolutely shattered, and we make a daft decision. I mean, I have for the last couple of nights. It's like, all right, I'm going to get an early night. I'm tired. And I'm still up thinking about different bits of shite for 2-3 hours. And it's silly. Instead of just saying, no, I need to make that decision and go to sleep. Yeah. Especially after a few beers. Yes. That luckily though, and it's not a bad thing, but I've only been partly drunk about twice. Once I put on the first time I actually got that bad, and I had a fair bit to drink, and it was first time I got drunk. I must have had about 3 pints, 5 shots, and 5 double shots, I might add, of whiskey, and straight, no ice, no tonics or anything like that. And I put a comment on Facebook, and it got loads of people worried because I missed out a letter. I missed out a simple letter. And then the second time I got drunk, I was walking home, and I got to the hill near mine, and I saw a spider on a wall. I stopped and talked to the spider. I literally stopped and talked to the spider. So, yeah. Making bad decisions is certainly one thing. 7 days before I get my Voyager. Yes, I'm in the same boat. I've given up with the... In all honesty, I've given up with the 22-hour clock. Literally, I've given up. I literally can't be bothered with it. It's just like, it's knackering me out, waking up in the middle of the night. So, oh, yeah, I've got 6.5 hours till the next one. Let's go through here. But what I will be doing with Voyager, yes, I'll be launching it, but then I'm going to be doing the loops, which means I'm going to be recording a section of video every single day, and then I'm going to put them into a final video and make a massive. It's most likely going to be a long one. a video of the Voyager grind from start to finish. So yeah, so I'm at 94. So 95 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, so Monday morning I'm gonna have it. So Monday morning I'm gonna start recording it. Hey Barkman, welcome in. Ops 42 need to catch up, not upgrading her anymore for a while. No, Mike, I wouldn't recommend upgrading Voyager. Stick with Tier 5, it's just as good. As long as you got your cargo bay done for it as well. But yeah, so Monday morning, I'm going to have Voyager. I'm going to have fun playing with her Monday. But I will literally just put her in, and I'll probably do a quick video showing her off as going under construction and being launched, and that's pretty much all I'll be doing for that kind of a video on Monday. But like I said, I will be literally recording the grind from start to finish, and what steps to take along the way, based on information what I've seen other players doing. If I spend too much in the game not doing anything because I'm overwhelmed with where I should start gaming. With armadas, freebooters, did I finish the events? Can I max refine? Or should I just refine because I don't have the time to do a solo? Nuts, I actually feel your pain on that one. I really do. Because I go through the same thing. Have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? And I have to check my dailies multiple times a day to see if I've done it. Solo Armadas, because there is no daily for it, I just sort of like, have I done my solos? I forget them. But what I primarily aim to do is my freebooters, a single run on the Borg, and then a quick run in Romulus. That's pretty much the 3 grinds that I will make sure that I do. The Jem'Hadar one, that would usually determine by how many antimatter pods I've got left. If I haven't got enough, then it's a run out to Dominion Space, grind them out. Actian Space, I believe it was Hugo's. Oh, I've just lost chat. Here we go. I believe it was Hugo suggested it. Build up the beacons first. The day before, do 1 run. So when you do, you pull the following day, you end up with 9 beacons, and then go and do all 9 beacons. And I do actually end up with a fair bit. So buy solo, uncommon directives daily, do a bunch at once. Yeah, exactly. That's what I actually do. Hoard the rare and epic directives for events. I do. Generally, I do. What's that I've achieved? Oh, Simon Hunter. I've completed it. Yay! Factions. Let's quickly jump in there. The problem I've got now is with the uncommons is because since going 46, I need higher prices. So it's like with this uncommon, before I went 46, I was easily getting enough to do the 3 chest pull. Yeah, I've now got to build this up. Pulled this only this morning. So, yes, you see there, a day, 6 hours. Oh, rare. I've got enough loot to do another 3 chest pull and then a 2 chest pull. But I guarantee by the time I get round to actually pulling this again, I'll have enough to do another 3 chests. So what I've got left there, I've got 2 days on that. Epics, again, I've got enough to do a single chest. I'll probably have enough to do another get at least another chest. I won't be able to start doing the 3 chests anymore because I can't get 5.5 million in that amount of time. And then obviously the edicts I pull as and when I get the opportunity. I did the 2 chests this morning, so when you get to Ops 46, when did I get to Ops 46? I put it in the oven on the Monday of the first Chakotay SLB. So not this weekend, not yesterday, but last Monday. So I've only been 46 a week. But speaking of 46, what I absolutely love, and I literally just caught it today, if the game catches up, is, oh hello, what's that 35? What's that 35? Come on. Ah, this is Stella. Yeah, forget it. I've pretty much given up with the Stella now. I'll do the one on a Thursday and that's it. But in here, on your 7-day loyalty chest, look at those purple things on the top line. For anyone who's not Ops 46 yet, Syndicate XP is your focus. 2 trips to the acting space each day. Yeah. I've got a tier 7 Mantis now, so I'm pulling out over 4,000 Syndicate XP every day because I do the 2 chest pull as well. You just pulled yours. Don't worry, you won't get these purple things until you actually clear 46. But yeah, so now, I do have a bank, 30 bank. Yeah. Sorry to burst your bubble here, Bartman. There is no exos in this. No exos. But it's not a bad chest as well, in all honesty. So, but yeah. In the 7-day, I mean, I've just pulled these. I've not actually done them yet. When you upgrade the Pastille A, you get a whole health bonus. Yeah, if you are Syndicate level 30, you need to be Syndicate level 30 before you actually get it. So just bear that in mind. You're focusing on ship parts. Yeah, exactly. You have to, Nuts. You've got to focus on those ship parts. But it's like, here's your bonuses for the exos. So for the repair speed, it says 50%. That's for me at 40 to 50. 51 to 60 gets 120% repair speed bonus. Woohoo! Now, bearing in mind as well that these are based on the base level repair speed. So if you've got some efficiencies that's making your repair speed faster, that's not taken into account. So if your repair speed base level should be like 5 days, but your efficiency brings it down to 3 days, this exo will work on the 5-day. And then your research will go on top of that. So, to be honest, it's only a small amount that this actually works. And again, obviously warp speed. Yeah. Now, also you can see where they're located. This one says it's a Galaxy consumable. But just to make it easier for you to find it, what we're going to do is click on consumables. And I'm in the wrong page because I don't want that one. Trust me. Here we go. So lag's kicking in now. Right, so into there. Click on Alliance at the bottom. So empty. The Alliance Galaxy Exocom is where you're going to find your warp speed one. Now, I believe that this does actually get a bigger percentage the higher ops level you are. How that scales, I do not know. But yeah, are you doing your trials SMS? Not right now. I'll be doing that tomorrow. So the next one is your repair speed up, which is in your Alliance Starbase Station Exocom. Again, I believe that this is going to tier up as you level up your ops level. I only found acting with the Pyram since I got Tile. Twice the loot compared to the Mantis. Only have to kill 6 or 7. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'll be doing when I get one. I'm trying to work on the Newton right now. But I'm still a fair ways away. I'm probably looking October before I get it. So I've just got to pull up with the Valdor. But I mean, if we look at the cargo, my Mantis is sporting a 96,000 cargo. Whereas that's a 142,000. So now we're going to see if there's anyone from my server watching. Because I'm OPC. Now, if someone does take me, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're watching, but they just probably found me OPC. Let's see if I can break the 1 million barrier. Actually, no, it won't be the 1 million barrier, will it? No, it'll be just below 1 million. But the Trials SMS. Let's have a quick look at it, shall we? Like I said, I didn't really go through them all. Oh, there it is. Filling my Mantis card going 4 minutes. Only holding 79k. Yeah. The key to the Actians is Tal. No questions. It is Tal. So, but yeah, so I'll complete this. Not a problem. I'm looking around about 10 billion par steel just in raw for this. And I joined in another content creator last night, Lube, and I know for a fact he's going to listen to this tomorrow. So big shout out to Lubia. But I joined him on his stage as well, and we were discussing about the free-to-play path and everything. So I literally had it in my head why I was actually going to mention that, and now I forgot. Literally forgot. And just for Lube listening, because he did mention this to me, Dozak. Is that the way I used to pronounce it? I think so. Performance bonus for the trial helps you advance through the tree faster. Yeah. Oh, that was it. Now I know why I mentioned Lube and the free-to-play. And we mentioned about the free-to-play. We mentioned about raiding and everything. And I said that most of my 1.3 trillion is through events. I mean, you can see this top one here, 5.8 billion. Yes, I'm an Ops 46 player. But where in the UK are you? I've become a UK accent. Yeah, I'm not aficionado. Is it pronounced? I'm stupid. What with Highlanders, Doob, Dad Bod, Odo Phase. He's from UK, right? We're just laughing at Lube's Hull accent. I'm 30 miles away from Hull. Needless to say, there's a big river between me and Lou. There's a big river between us. But I think we are actually the closest content creators in the game. But he has the added advantage of me. He's got an NDA. I haven't. So, but his channel has shot up. His YouTube channel has shot up. He's very close to getting that 1,000 subscribers. So, the worst verse in the West would sound like West, West, West. I was trying to get him to say West, West. Yeah, now, without going too much into it, Hull has got an accent known as Yorkshire. So we call them Yorkies. Not to be confused with the chocolate bar, I might add. But they might not call themselves Yorkies. But yeah, the Yorkshire accent is, depending on where in Yorkshire you're actually from, will depend on say Worcestershire sauce. Yorkshire is tin, 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 right? I'm free to play and sitting on 790 steel, mainly gained via raiding and incursions. Smashing, Paul. That's brilliant. That, I mean, yeah, some players will find that you'll get your resources built up, and I would not for a million years even discourage raiding. I'd say if you love raiding, carry on because you tin, tin, tin. It isn't in the tin. Are you trying to put me on some tongue twisters or something like that? I'm sure when Lube ends up listening to this, he's going to end up pissing himself with laughter. Your O's aren't so ooh as is. Yeah, no. The one thing is though is, and you'd probably notice this in a lot of films, created over in Hollywood and Disney and that, and how they seem to get English people talking prim and proper and everything. Guess what? We ain't bloody like that. We ain't. I mean, I could try talking Queen's English. Yeah, no. It's a bit Jimmy Carter thing. Hey, no, don't worry about me. My shows always go derailed. If my show ever stuck to the line it was supposed to take, it'd probably be boring as fuck. Boring as hell. But no. I love these kind of conversations. And we get into all sorts of different conversations, game ones. So having an accent conversation is actually not particularly too bad. So, but yeah, I mean, I would never discourage raiding, and if you can do it, that's fine. But the one thing is for me is if you are a free to play player, the one thing is you're always going to come up against, and it is a big issue when it comes to free to play. This is why Lube ignores me, but then I get back with him. Are you the one that does that screaming sheep? Oh, I was out one day walking the dog, and I had headphones on, listening to Lube through the headphones, and it made me jump once. Actually, that bloody sheep. So, yeah, you're one of them. It's a good job YouTube don't have things like that. So, and if I did actually run the Twitch, I'd actually have to have headphones on, so it didn't wake my kids up. I'm sure I'm loud enough. But yeah, so free to play players have the issue with these is having enough of these to do all your research, your building upgrades, your tiering of your ships. And it's difficult to actually get. Now, yeah, it looks like I've got a fair whack. Trust me, when that Latinum's gone, yeah, I only got 291,000 left. When that Latinum's gone, these speed ups will take a hammering. I mean, if we just look at the 3 hour ones, I don't want that many ones. 326. And then if we times that by 3, so basically just under 4,000 hours. So just on the 3 hour ones, I've got 165 days worth of speed ups there, plus the 5 hours. I've got 29 days. I've got an 8 hour, 2 12s. I've got a 10 day over there. So, but these are a big issue when it comes to free to play players. So, and another way of also showing a benefit on a free to play, yeah, free treasury, exactly. Raiding is the only way for you free to play. No, it's not nuts. I'm pretty much a free to play player, like I said, with the exception of the battle pass. It's the only thing I get. But no, free to play, right? Look how many diodes I actually have. 7,226. Now, to go to level 46 is only going to cost me 850. So if I can take a rough estimate based on that, I'm going to say that I could, if I could, and I wasn't limited by my ops level, I could take the treasury to level 50. I could actually take it to level 50 without claiming any more diodes. I could officially stop collecting diodes, because the one thing is you have to wait for all them to tick down to a reasonable level for you to actually use. And Shield Discipline is the way for free-to-play players. And you've never raided. I've raided every now and again, but after about 5-10 minutes, I get bored as hell. It's like, for God's sake. Absolutely, for God's sake. I don't think I've got the images on here. Oh, I can't remember where they're saved. But it's like I got some images of me raiding a base and about how much the amalgam was taking. And it was just like, to me, it's just like ridiculous. Yeah, I saw you posted about crew loadout. Let's have a quick gander what it is. I've had that many Discords come through as well, because even Rev Juice has gone live tonight. He's doing a bonus stream. So now I'm going to have to do that, watch that tomorrow. Explore Trials 2.7 million. Yeah, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Bagman, I don't have all that set up on YouTube at the minute. Sadly, it's not all set up. But if you want the I think it is actually exclamation mark Discord when it's all set up. But I don't actually have it all set up because I'm not monetized, so I don't have all that. I'd actually have to get my old laptop out and actually go into YouTube Studio and actually figure out all the different settings and see if there's actually stuff I can set up. Because it's like YouTube's sort of like monetization program now allows for super chats and everything to be given with less requirements than what I actually needed. But I can't do, as far as I'm aware, I can't have super chats at the minute. So I haven't got a PayPal link to YouTube or anything like that. So I think all that comes when I'm monetized. So obviously it's like for donations to the channel, it's literally PayPal or Cashapp at the minute. So yeah, there is the Discord link in the video's descriptions and of the live stream. I made sure I added it. I post that because I wanted you to see where I was on LAN. Yeah, that's fine. And that's pretty good, mate. Yeah, I mean, look, if we go into my trials, I mean, we all saw how far I got on doing the intercept. Was it the intercepts I did? Yeah, it was the intercepts I did last week. So I'm now on the battleship one. Actually, come to think of it, oh yeah, so battleship one. I'm still working. I'm literally one away from getting the 1.7 million. So it's going to take me another week or so to do this one. Okay, Batman. But yeah, so, but what really gripes me is how much proto matter you get from these things. It's ridiculous. I also wanted to look at the performance bonus and how do we max it more quick? How do we max it to more quickly advance? That is actually a good question I don't have the answer to. That is a very good question I do not have the answer to. I mean, I know for a fact, it's like, for this, I'll send the Talios up against it. Because I know the Talios will beat it. I mean, technically, so will my Kelvin, but to be honest, Nuts, at the minute, I mean, where are you now? You're on 20 million. Yeah, unless you've got really powerful ships, I don't think you're going to get too far because you're going to come up against a barrier where your ships have not got enough hull health to outlast the targets you're going to end up facing. Because you are looking at targets of upward of around about. It's expired. Oh, I'm just going to go change it all again. And it was set to a Never one. It was set to an Evergreen one. Oh, no, it's not what you're saying. Okay, no, what do you mean? The Titan loop is just for dailies, right? Pretty much. You'll be able to take it to the refinery. I mean, I'll show you the refinery. I don't know if we could do much because I think I've got the countdown on it. Here we go. There's the refinery. So you bring your Titan stuff here into the refinery, click on your support, and you've got these. Now, it's this particular one here, the first one, Fleet Commander skill points. That's primarily the one that you'll be looking at. And the other one is your parts to upgrade the Titan, and then bits to do the research for its boost juice. So, but yeah, I mean, in all honesty, right, it's something you can plod along with, do as a side thing. If you do it that day, you do it. If you don't, it's nothing to get upset about, in all honesty. Hey, Card, welcome in. Can multiple ships be used to... No. No would be the simple answer to that one. You cannot 2-tap, 3-tap, 4-tap, or tap as many times as you want. You cannot do it. Because as soon as you lose to the target... and I will actually show you this one. Let's put a pathetically weak ship in. You see the bottle left where it shows the points of rewards? Right, yeah, right, give me a second. We'll look at that in just a second. By the way, I think Major Samurai and Captain Jesse may be the closest content creators. They're both in the Vancouver area. All right. So they're both in Vancouver. Nice. That's going to be... I could actually do with tearing this up and putting it off for crying out loud. This pisses me off. Can I take autocorrect off? That one's up to you, Nuts, because that's on your device or your computer. That's got nothing to do with... That bit's got nothing to do with me. Right, so it's still left that in. So... Right, so you want on about that screen. Oh, right. Okay. Hey, where? What's it? Now that's totally acknowledged gay and transgender people. They've already introduced gay and transgender. Well, actually, they've introduced the gays in the form of Stamets and Hugh Colbert. They brought them in from the Discovery arc. And what should the captain's officers and militaries be? As long as it fits within Star Trek lore, I personally don't care. As long as it fits within Star Trek lore, I really don't care what their abilities could be. So, now, Card, it was your comment about 2-tapping. Now, I didn't click the locate button, did I? I just come straight back out. Never mind. Because we'll just do it the hard way. Go out of here. And there it is. It's there. So we're going to send the D3 there. Now, the D3 is going to get absolutely smited on this one. This is a weird song for what the... Oh, yeah. Just a music one. It's the same one. So, there ain't going to be no Transarch. No, I don't think they would, because it doesn't fit. It's only the characters they've put in that bracket in Star Trek, but there's no actual Star Trek that basically that centers completely around it, because Star Trek is focused more about inclusion and acceptance of everybody, regardless of who you are, what you are, whatever. That is Star Trek. So I think the Titan May is awesome. Loop is super easy, and leveling up ships. No need to do it really anymore. No, I mean, because that's stupid, and he was being sarcastic. All we get is a rainbow avatar. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the rainbow avatar. Do you think Oakley is being racist by not having a majority black officers for football basketball? Oakley? Yeah, Seven and Rafi was in a relationship as well. Yeah, exactly, Card. So, right. So, now. So, here's the attack on the Borg ship. As you can see, I've done damage, and boom. Hull health and shields gone back to normal. And apparently, my ships love to carry on fighting. Hey, there it goes. Oakley or Scopely. So, do I think Scopely is being racist by not having a majority of black officers? No. No, nuts. It's not. He's asking actually genuine questions, which is a sensitive matter in the world. In all honesty, no, they're not being racist by having majority black officers. I mean, if we actually look, okay, my internet connection. I'll tell you what. Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, how many coloured officers are actually in Star Trek? In all honesty, how many coloured officers are actually in Star Trek? I mean, you got Raffi. Oh, Batman had to go. I've only just seen that 4 minutes ago. So you got Raffi, Michael Dorn, obviously from the Next Generation. You had Daystrom back in the 60s for the original series, and you also had Lieutenant Uhura, Cisco, his son Jake. You had Michael Burnham from Discovery. I'm just trying to think of all the. Yeah, there's Guinan as well. So in all honesty, and Benga, yeah, he's another one from Strange New Worlds. So in all honesty, Star Trek is not a majority black anyway. But those people are there. And you will probably find a coloured person, at least in every series. Every one of the series. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you've got Tuvok as well. Tuvok, a coloured Vulcan. So, but then again, Tim Russ was also in Star Trek Generations. Mbenga was also in TOS. If I remember TOS correctly with Mbenga, I think he was an old man, and he was white. That was in the Pike one, the Cage episode. Yeah, and they have all had quite big roles. They have. Cisco is obviously the biggest. Guinan was probably the smaller one because she only appeared in certain episodes, but she still had a big presence. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I personally don't see a problem with inclusions of anyone. So, I mean, it's like in Discovery, you've got Blue Del Rey. I think that's their name. And yeah, there's Booker as well. Booker Bradshaw, a person of colour. Oh, right, okay. I didn't know that. Strange. Well, then again, the TOS I don't really follow that much. There's only certain episodes I actually like. I think it's got something down to the sets and the way the acting was back then, and it was just so. Some of it was just so not believable. So why doesn't Scopely have homeless officers yet? And should they try to have a homeless arc? And what their officer and captain's ability? I think they would be racist if they don't. Well, in a sense, you could turn around and say that all Starfleet officers are homeless because they're not on a planet in a house. They're on a moving hunk of metal. So yes, now you can turn around and you can make it all homely, all for all you want. But technically, they're just meandering around the galaxy on a big piece of metal. How in the world could you ever be homeless? So, but yeah, Hugo, yeah, you're right about that as well. You can't really be homeless on a ship because, like I say, you are still on a hunk of metal. You're just more wandering around, but you're not on a planet in a house. So it depends on what your definition of home is, really. I mean, it's like who said it was Picard? It was Picard in the Star Trek First Contact. In a conversation with Lily crawling through the Jeffries tubes. Oh, he's not crossed the line yet, not so. I'm quite happy to have this discussion. And Picard was having this conversation with Lily, and Lily said to him, "You must not get home much," and Picard turned around and said, "Well, I tend to think of this ship as my home. But if it's Earth you mean, I try to get back when I can." So it goes on what you class as your home. Whether you consider it homeless or not. In Star Trek. So realistically, if they consider their home as their home planet, like even Spock said it in the original series that once every 7 years we have to go home to take a mate and everything. Go home. So technically on a starship, you are homeless, even though you've got a set of quarters, you've got a bed, you can kit it out how you like, even if you're sharing with somebody else. So you could basically say that's a home away from home. But yeah, I mean, we can get into all the dynamics and all the intricacies of it, but it's just too big, and literally I am going to now call stop on that. So, but yeah, so back to why haven't they had officers with drug addiction issues yet? 1 minute because no, that was Battlestar Galactica that covered that one. Right. Yes, you're bringing up a lot of real world stuff. But in Star Trek, they can only bring so much up. And while even things like race, homelessness, drug addiction are very real things in the world, and they are big, they mostly go under the radar when it comes to the media and outplays of life. When Star Trek wants to look at stuff, they tackle other aspects of what's going on. Like Discovery recently dealt with the COVID incident and how isolated people felt from doing their normal life, and so and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely time to stop these kind of conversations because we're starting to get into really big issues that even I've got a limited amount of knowledge on. Season 1, episode 22. Hugo, what was the name of that episode? Because that will jog my memory a little bit better. But yeah, so it's not conversations, obviously. Yeah, Picard Raffi, yeah, she had issues, didn't she? So, yeah, we saw that in season 3 as well of Picard. So, but yeah, so we're going to stop that. No more questions about these kind of lines. Yes, there are very big problems in the world today. I'm not going to deny that one. But if Star Trek choose to tackle those issues and really bring them to more high life, then they will. Now, I need to go get this bloody Borg thing since I've started it. Because I'm running out of time fast. That's if it'll actually bloody catch up with me. So there we go. Get the Kelvin in to deal with it. So, but yeah, right. So before we got onto this one, what would we right. Right. Barkman's gone, so we'll sidestep his last comment before he had to go, where he said about we need all 4 of you to dox yourselves to be sure. So, hey, High Tone, welcome in, mate. What ops level were you when you got the Enterprise? 36, I think. I think I was 36. I wasn't quick on it. No. We are both. No, it doesn't offend me whatsoever. If you turned around to me and said you identified as a penguin, fine. That's you. That's what you want. That's how you want to live. Your choice, nobody else's. And that's the other thing with Star Trek. It's about inclusion and acceptance of everyone for who they are, regardless. So, but back on the Enterprise question, yeah, I think I was an Ops 36. And High Tone's coming, obviously, howdy. No, I mean, Dave, Dave, you can do.
With Spotify Premium. Tap the banner to learn more.
Right, nuts. Before I put that message in, because it's come up to me as one for me to review. Sorry, just give me a head. I'm just getting my head around it to make sure that I'm. Right, nuts. Now we are going a bit too far there. I'm quite happy for him to ask questions. Oh, trust me. If that's what I end up thinking, I will cut it straight. But if he feels that these are questions that he generally would like to my opinion on, I'm quite happy to answer them. I won't shy away from these kind of subjects. Yes, they are off topic. How in the world could you fail with an 80% success chance? No, Hugo, I totally agree. But yeah, I'm happy to answer questions. I'm not shy of difficult questions, and if I haven't got an answer to it, then I'm going to say I haven't got an answer. But obviously, I will say, look, right, there is a limit of what I will accept us talking about. We have now reached that point, so that's it. And the story. So let's get back to forbidden technology. And an 80% success chance, and it fails. Yeah, sadly, that really does happen, and it is a piss take. And I actually genuinely feel sorry for spenders now. Actually, genuinely feel sorry for spenders because now they could spend $100 on a pack to upgrade the damn thing, and it could be a complete and utter waste. Boom! Oh, hang on, you've just lost everything that you've done. Right, nuts. I'm not going to put that. I'm not going to put that comment up, but trust me, no. I know what happened. I know what's going on, and I know how far to let it go before I shut it down. And we have reached that point. I will say that. So that's the end of it. That is the end of it. Straight. Stop. Enough. SMDH. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that acronym. Or that abbreviation, whatever it is. So, right. Let's have a look at see if we can actually upgrade any of this tech. Because obviously, like I said, 80% chance of success and you fail. And to be perfectly honest, I think Scopely have rigged these to fail quite frequently. Oh, shaking your damn head. Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to stop it there because I don't. And to be honest, me even talking about it is not going to help. So, but yeah. So look, I mean, we've got an 85% chance here of upgrading my transphasic torpedoes. And so let's have a look, see how well we do. Oh, we okay, so we got it. Let's go for another one, shall we? Maybe need to pay more for a better role. No. It doesn't matter how much money you sink into this, the roles will still be the same. And that's what's pissing a lot of common stuff is much better. I don't know, I use it for the Armadas, but thanks for reminding me about the commons, because it means I can upgrade my ablative armor. Because my Enterprise sure as hell could do with it. But, I mean, then again, we got 100% on these things. 100%. So we know full well this is going to happen. I think the chance mechanic for FT should be reworked. If you failed an update, you should be refunded your mats. And the FT goes on a cooldown time before you can try again. Actually, Hightone, I do like that idea. That is actually not a bad idea. Because of my videos, you've been able to reach associate with in your Klingon rep and have Romulan and Feds locked at 10 million each. No problem, Dave. I mean, the one thing is it's not just my videos as well. There's like all the other content creators. Now, I will say the vast majority of them are on Twitch. I think there is a problem with it. Okay, so yeah, I've got the I'm scoring points for that. So what I'm going to say, Nuts, is for that problem, put a ticket in. Yes, Nuts. But put a ticket in and say that it's not scoring. That's literally as much as we can do right now. But I do believe that was one of the... let me just double check. Nope, not that one. Ah, yeah, there are some patch notes. So what we'll do is we'll actually go on to the patch notes for the upgrade. All right. No longer Mr. Pegasus. No, I mean, Peg's fine. Just Peg. That's what everyone in my alliance calls me. And in fact, all the alliance I've been in is Peg or Pega. P-E-G-A. I've got no problem. Oh. Tier up to increase my shield health. Yay! Got a tier 2. So, I don't know how far we could actually take this. I think we've reached the whole one as far as it'll go. Oh no, we've still got some more. And the cat side of thing with DJ, I do find that one funny. I do like the cat. But thank you for that. I mean, I do try and put as much content out as I can. Oh, there's another tier. Oh my god. Level 20. Bloody hell. You're a typical polite Canadian. Dave. I'm right. I know Canadians have this stereotype that they're kind and considerate and everything, but I'm sure some of them can swear and drink and burp and fart with the best of them from other countries. So, but yeah, so right. So I'm actually going to hold the tier right there because what I want to do is just have a look at it now. Yeah, I think Rev's more trying to stick within the terms and conditions of YouTube, whereas me, I like to try and push the boundaries, see how far I can get. But that's just me. So, but the one thing is, what I can say is, Rev's got a bigger subscription base. Right. So, now, apparently there's been an update to this. Now, I've not updated my game yet, as you can see. So, there it's already shown with the fact I haven't updated. And as you can see, we've got new stats coming in as well. So, Protomatter rewards are increasing. Yay! So, 39% increase to 43. I think that actually does... I think that goes up. And then we've got some critical damage against players, critical damage against hostiles, and then a critical damage reduction as well. So that's kind of interesting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the game. So you get to see my lovely Enterprise on screen there. Now, typical, it's not going to be there. Installed update, so hopefully it's not going to take too long. One thing is high tone though. What is and he talks up IA too much. I'm not quite sure what you mean by IA. So now this should completely reset the game. Oh, the Alliance, yeah. That's his prerogative. I mean, it's his content. If he wants to talk up his Alliance, then that's up to him. Rev Juice have totally went to school. Please corner since Bet plans to come on the scene. To be honest, that bit I'm not actually sure about. I mean, I haven't noticed much change in him based on that one. So right, let's not chance that one. That's got like nearly 1 million on it already. So now, if we actually go back here and look at this building again. Oh, well, according to that, the crits are not there. Oh, right, okay. So, right, so we've just updated the game, and we're not seeing any of this critical damage or anything. What the hell? What the actual hell? Now, yeah, I'm going to bring up Discord because here's the patch notes. Let's go through the patch notes. So basically then, I hate the way this is set up. So, commanders, we have a brand new mid-month update, which changes to the queues court as well as a variety of bug fixes. Everything's laid out below. So the buff additions. It now provides 3 additional buffs to your fleet. The original buffs that increases Protomatter has also gained an increase. So the increase in Protomatter. Yeah. Oh, you're on server 20. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you get that from a lot of big alliances as well. it's hard to watch his videos. I find it easy because that's where I get most of my information. This website's not made for phones. No, it's definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, right. Needs to be level 15 before the buffs kick in. Yeah, so that might explain why I can't see fuck all. But yeah, so here's your buffs. Going up as high as 250 for your critical damage against other players. Against hostiles only goes up by 180%, so you're just losing 60% there. And then reducing other players' critical damage by 180. So if two players are on the same level, let's say level 60, they're both going to have that 250% buff boost to their critical damage, but then they're going to be reduced by 180% through the other buff. So basically the buff's only going to be about 60%. Nice one, Scopely. You gotta love Scopely. So what bug fixes we got? So we've got the galaxy map. Info button for the Mantis refinery was misaligned. Okay. Tooltip was always going off the screen in some cases. And there's a lot of changes for the forbidden technology. I do remember seeing a lot of that. Okay. Didn't cover the entire screen. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm sure you've all read the patch notes. Where the fourth tutorial slide forbidden tech. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, so we've got all that, and then there's obviously some improvements, localized improvements. So, yeah, not an awful lot going on in there, in all honesty. So, we're not going to see anything till level 15 on this. Hey! Well, I'm not planning on upgrading it anymore just yet, because these assembly these are, yeah, the materials is a pain in the ass to come by. Ooh. That I haven't got that straight up. Was it? No, it wasn't that event. Oh yeah, I still got them to do. Don't forget to do your challenges as well. I mean, this is pretty nice. A few extra shards to the officers. But it's like this is going to get me 5 extra shards towards the doctor. So that's 5 I've got less. I've got to get in the event store. And yes, I am going to say this. I am laying odds. My own personal opinion. Next month's an event store. So just bear that in mind. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, this one. Successful upgrades. That would explain a lot. So I need to quickly go do another upgrade, don't I? Yeah, I need to do one more upgrade to complete this. So this was probably the one that you was on about, wasn't it, Nuts? It's not scoring. If I'm right, this is the one you was on about. I'm guessing there might have been a problem with it in case of it's all like lag or something like that. So let's hope for an event. I hope so because I want Janeway. I want the Doctor, and I am so close to getting them. So close. And if we actually quick jump in here and right down to the bloody bottom, I am 17 shards away from the Doctor. I am 22 away from Janeway. Now, with that event, I'm going to end up 20 away from Janeway, and I'm going to end up 12 away from the Doctor. So for me, getting those two officers is going to be a big thing. Harry Kim, also, I need to get him. Another fail. Oh my god. But then again, look at live stream last week. How many fails did we have in a run? 2. Literally one after the other. I won't be getting either of those officers. Which ones you want? Which ones, DK? The 2 epics. I want them to unlock them. But what I really, really want to know is how are we going to source them after Voyager? You don't want them. You're not trying hard enough. Oh, wow. Janeway 11 of 120 and the Doctor 42 of 110. Yeah, that's going to cost you a pretty event store currency or 2 on that one. It's going to cost you a fair bit. But yeah, so I'll be going after Harry, and I'll also be going after Tom. Tom, I'm 28 shards from. So, but if I'm right, I'm still going to have a fair whack of event currency left over by the end of it. So, oh, absolutely. Okay, Meridian, priority. Get a second Meridian. I've got 3, all maxed. And trust me, works fracking wonders when you're up in the 40s, in the mid 40s, because the costs are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I hate to think what it's going to be like when I get into the 50s, because I'll send all 3 out to mine a full node. Yeah. Yeah, 1 is definitely too few. Absolutely. You're just spending more time watching your miners and everything. I send all 3 out in one go. I can actually do ISO 1, 2, and 3 all in a single run. They'll all mine a single node of ISO 1, then a single node of ISO 2 each. Bear in mind, this is each. There's 3 nodes of ISO 1, 3 nodes of ISO 2, and each will do a node of ISO 3. So it's 3 ISO 3 nodes. And sometimes I can get it all done in a single run because nobody's OPC hunting properly. They'll be paid to get them for a while, but probably be transporter patterns to get them later. I'm hoping that they're going to bring them in sourcing through the Voyager refinery, in the same way that we got Strange New Worlds crew, with the odd exceptions. But I think they could be sourcing through that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. The only ones obviously I've got so far is Chakotay and Tuvok. So, I mean, 2 out of 6. Hang on. 2, 4. Yeah. Hang on. Wonder if it... Oh, no, I've got Bolana as well. So, 3 out of 7 is... I started watching your YouTube since the beginning of my journey. And that was January last year. So, but how are you moving up so fast without spending? Patience. I think you went up 5 levels since you've been on YouTube. I think that might be about right. 5 levels. So, I mean, the first one was the 6th of January, 2022. That was when I released my first video. Obviously, I wasn't on camera then. So I wasn't comfortable with putting myself on camera, but I eventually came into it. And yeah, I've not looked back since. So it's been a great journey. No, 40 to 46 isn't really that expensive. It's just working your way through it. I mean, it's like November last year, I released a video about going from Ops 42 to 46 and hoping to do it by December 2023. Yeah, I'm about 5, 6 months ahead of where I wanted to be. But that's because I didn't sit at 42. I did a basic camping at 42, get my research up as far as I could, and then start moving. But I didn't do it in like big jumps, like from 42 to 46, because it was just taking too long to get all the resources and materials. And by the time I actually accumulated everything, I'd have got everything done. I'd have nothing to do for months and months. So as I progressed through 43, 44, 45, onto 46, just basically taking quick leaps, making sure I've got done what I need to. Now it's a case I sit here. I could be here till December before I start moving up again. So, you play every day. It's just working out your timings and work. As a free to play player, what you need to be thinking about is how much things are going to cost you, making sure you've got your efficiency research. I mean, Bob, you went from 39 straight to 46 to get your pylon. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't blame you. But it's down to just literally looking at things and the way the economy has improved in 2 years, or in a year and a half. The way it's improved so much in terms of payouts has greatly contributed to that. And basically, all I do is just I make sure that I do my dailies. Just click on that. Just make sure. Oh, hello. Make sure I go through my dailies. Click them all. Get that top line. Do your loyalty chests as well every week, and then every 28 days. Yeah, G4 has. I mean, I'm shocked. I mean, I've actually. The one thing is, like, last year I was thinking I really want to catch up to Rev Juice. When Rev Juice was level 42, I thought I want to catch Rev Juice up. I want to catch him up. I want to catch him up. But it was just always out of reach of me. Now we're both the same ops level. Now, Rev's got a bigger advantage on me because he would have done more research. He would have got more buildings done by now. Rev spends too much to keep up with him. I don't know what Rev spends. I don't. That's none of my business, so I won't pry into that. Oh, yeah, he will be getting odd things like he get Scopely want the NDAs to showcase the ship, so they will give him the like Voyager was the last one. They gave him the Defiant, and also I did say in Rev stream, "Where's my Voyager? Where's my Voyager? I'd love a Voyager, but I'll do it the hard way." Would I love? Would I have loved to got the specialty ship when they did? Yes, I would have. No questions. I'm not going to deny that, but I don't have that NDA. I've not signed that on that. I haven't ticked that button to say yes, I agree to all your terms and conditions and all this palaver. So yeah, look, you've just put it there. You just got to be when free to play. You've just got to be efficient and just look at your research. There's certain bits of research you could probably hold off on. It's like the away teams tree, the territory tree. I just sort of like stop at a certain point and I just forget about it for a while just to build things up. He also got 1 billion ship X long ago. So as a huge advantage over everyone else, XP farming is so it is one of the slowest grinding. I'm not going to deny that one. It is one of the Guns Up mobile. Yeah, I saw you put a link in the Discord for that one. I've not actually clicked on it yet. Hell, I love taking my time in this crazy game. hit level 60 and the game's over, you switch to Candy Crush. I wouldn't quite say it's going to be that bad, but yeah, I mean, there's no end game. You're going to get to level 60, and to be perfectly honest, a lot of the high level players are complaining they've got nothing to do. Now, yes, you could turn around and say, well, that's their fault for rushing up to level 60, but that's what they want to do. But the game doesn't actually put a lot of new stuff in for them. This forbidden technology is going to give them something to do for a while, because there's only so much they can do. But I guarantee the packs that's in the store now, they'll go buy them and just so they got the stuff. So I'm 42, wanted to get everything completed again. Yeah, exactly. Get everything going. I went quickly from 39 to 42, so I felt needed to camp. So far, 42. I'm 46 million power next month. We'll move up. I totally free to play. Yeah, exactly. Doing the missions and explore. Yeah, just go out and explore the systems. Use your Fisher. Get your Fisher as high as you can possibly do it. Shove Grush on it. Shove Cadet Scotty on it. And send it out to explore some systems. Yeah, you're not going to stand a cat and mouse chance against most of those ships. But, hey ho. I mean, that's just the way the game. Have a best available crew for the target. Feed when they raid. Do armadas. And keep your shield up. Yeah, shielding is definitely a good one. And it's basically just about building up your resources. And like I said earlier, right, I would never tell anyone, no point raiding. There's no point. I'll say, if you want to raid, go raid. Me, I find it boring as hell. Absolutely boring. But there's on odd times I will actually go raid a base. But yeah, I get bored very easily. And sometimes with the way things I have going in my day, with my kids, my partner, who, again, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention again, she is disabled. So obviously I have to do a lot of things for her as well. So it's like I have a very busy real life outside the game. I don't have a lot of time to sit here and be the hardened content creator like Rev Juice is. So I do have things to do, but I try and put as much time into the game as I can. But sometimes I'll literally be like, just go out and do. It doesn't matter. More than one way to skin a cat. Yeah, there is. And to be perfectly honest, right, I can get everything I need to do in game done in around about 3 hours. In 3 hours. And when the events come round, I'll sit in an evening, do the events, get them done. The events aren't particularly difficult to do sometimes. Sometimes it might require a bit of a grind to do. Like there's a couple of events at the minute which require a bit of a grind. So it's like you've got the Bologna challenge. This one. Go out, killing the Eclipse hostiles. And to be honest, right, this particular event, I would say, yes, you've got this, but that's going to take you far longer to do, and you're heavily reliant on your alliance unless you've got the directives in stock. Your easiest one is to go do this on this event. Now, for me, using my Stella, my level 45 Stella with a max cargo crew, I will need to do 4 runs. And I literally, on each run, I will only go up to the top level of, well, I'll fill the cargo bay, go home, drop it off, come back and do it again. So I'm basically losing time through travel time. But doing those 4, maybe 5 runs is a lot faster than me running 7-minute long armadas to do it. And I guarantee I'm not going to have an awful lot. You just hit till you're done. Yeah, some players will hit till they're done. Me, I use twofold on it. One, I want to do the event, but as well, I'm also collecting these security keys, and the more security keys, the more security keys I collect doing these events, the less time I have to put in doing the grind on other days. So it's like, this one is a good one for me. When you get clear the coast for the battle pass, another good one. 2 runs and it's done. So yeah, and you've got the Thursdays now, where again that's going to be another 4 or 5 runs for me to get another amount. And it is. Have I got a ship at home at the minute? Yeah, it's there. Brilliant. Do the Armada so you can fill up those boxes and start getting those BPs, max XP, etc. Nah, I don't do that. The Armadas, I'll do on a Thursday. I'm not particularly too fussy about them. So here's my top stellar, and its cargo is 321,000. Now, if we quickly pop into here and we go on the Rogue, you'll see at the minute I've got 4.2 million security keys. And how many of those keys do I need per day? Well, that's it, 300,000. So literally doing 1 stellar run a day, and I can pull this the following day. And obviously you got that 21,000 extra. Well, that's just going to build up. But yeah, if I do a mass run through with these events, I'm going to build the security keys up so I don't need to worry about running this, sending the stellar out every single day just to fill up my cargo bay. And because of where my stellar research is and obviously my M number, I can quite happily send the stellar out with that. Not a problem. Max cargo. And yes, Lalon is also below deck. But as well, I also utilize this deck as my discovery deck as well, if needed. Thursday Armadas, I just need 4 level 40s. If I do officer shards, it costs me 50,000 transporter pounds. Yeah. So, and the SLB for it, I'll join it and run it through. But okay, Night Paul, thanks for joining the stream, buddy. I'll run the SLB through probably. I haven't run it properly for the last couple of weeks. Even this week, I didn't actually complete the Stellar event, the Apex event. I think the Armada one I missed out on, and I just totally forgot about it. Was it a biggie? No, absolutely not. And with free-to-play, you need to understand,
Hey there, Spotify listeners.
don't worry about trying to complete everything.
Playlists and podcasts.
You'll progress
Love listening to you.
as fast as you progress.
Click or tap now.
Only you can set the pace. Yes, there is a limit on how fast a free-to-play can get going. And usually that's constrained with your materials, how quick can you speed up buildings and research. That's what you're limited by with free-to-play. Everything else is in your control about how much of it you do. How much materials are you going to mine? How much concentrated latinum are you going to mine? Are you going to mine the mycelium? Huh? Yeah, right, whatever. I don't bother with that. I've got now if I pronounce this correctly, anomalous phenomenon. I'll probably cock that one up. You have to do everything, yes. No, you don't. You don't have to do everything. I don't mine gas. I don't mine ore. I'm only mining crystal for my dailies. That's it. Because, and there is a reason why I don't do that, because I'm working on my Klingon reputation. But yet, if I do this, and yes, I've mined it, because what I will do is with the systems now available in Dominion space, I'll go out there and plonk a miner on that, fill its cargo bay, come back, and that's it done. Once every few days, a week probably, once every 10 days at the outside. But it's like, is this minus the negative? I don't want to be running the risk of these. And I've sat down and worked out how much negative reputation I'd get from the Romulans and the Federation dailies in comparison to the positive I get from the Klingon dailies. And it outweighs the negative means I'm just basically going to be dropping Klingons all the time. I don't mind data, only mind gas, and for now don't do any solar armadas. Also, yeah, it does. Solar armadas I do every couple of days. Build them up, then go out and do them. The Borg ones I don't do at the minute because I'm using the charged nanoprobes to upgrade my Talios as far as I can take it, and also get Federation credits towards getting my Newton. Does the PB for Q top off or is it unlimited? I'm not quite sure what you mean by PB, Hugo, nuts, but I'd have to say top off to answer that question. You mind Matt's daily? Yeah, I mean, some players do. Some players will literally, that's pretty much all they do in the game, is just mine materials. It's like, why? Why? I mean, you've seen the payouts I'm getting at Ops 46. No, you might be away from keyboard at the minute. We'll take this one. That's my materials for the 4th milestone here. Do I need to worry about mining? Well, not really, no. Yes, it might slow my progression a little bit, but I pull my refinery once a day now because I always forget to pull it the second time, and it's always done in my morning run around. So it's like, as a free-to-play player, what I will do in the morning, I'll start here. I will and go through the store, and I will pull these if I can. If I've got enough of these axionic chips, so I'll pull this and then pull whatever chests I can on here. Then I'll scroll across to gifts, pull all these. Oh, I forgot about that. That's for upgrading the ablative armor. Every time you upgrade, you'll tier you up, you'll get one of these. So make sure you go into your gift section. I can't remember, I think it was Hugo might have told me about it. It was you don't, does that mean I shouldn't? No. Everybody's different. You play the game how you see fit. So it's like, I'm taking you through now, like the morning routine I do. So it's like, I've done the XCOMs. Now I'll sort all these out. Then I'll move over to alliances. And I'll pull these Armada packs. G3 uncommon, G4, so G3 rare, and the G4 epic, if I've actually got the things. It's a passive activity. Usually I get max pull 3 times a day. Yeah, sometimes you can, on the refinery, you can get 3 pulls a day. Then I'll jump into territory, pull this, my particles, look at the consumables, not the consumables, sorry, away teams. Can I get my Newton blueprints? No, I've not got enough, so fine, move on to the next one. Artifacts. Have I got a chest to pull available to pull? No, not got a chest in there. So that's it. That's them done. And then I'll move over to the Syndicate XP, pull that. Then I'll start going through the refinery, go through that. Then I'll go on to the factions and go through all that. And that's the morning. And in the meanwhile, I've got ships out mining me crystal, me latinum, isogen. And that's me doing. And I'll have one ship ready to go around and do some combat dailies, like my freebooters. So it's just working your time and just plodding your way through it. And the one thing is, it's as a free to play, it's going to take your time, and that's the one thing you got to understand. I used to spend a little bit like getting battle pass every arc. I think what's holding me up is waiting for the great events before spending my resources. I'm level 43 months ago, and I haven't spent no money in the game for 3 months because they had nothing I wanted. I strengthened my game for PvP, not so much. Yeah, exactly. And if that's the way you want to go, if you want to strengthen your game for PvP, crack on. Not a problem. You want to do it for PvE? Crack on. Not a problem. And some players, yeah, they do build things up. And it's having this mentality in your head as a free-to-play player to be a hoarder. To be a hoarder. Only spending absolutely when you need to. And even Rev Juice has mentioned this in his live streams, in his videos, about how he's waiting for a spend event. He's waiting. He's waiting. And it is so difficult to do as a free-to-play player. And if you don't have that mentality, it's like, yeah, I've got a building here at 9 days, 18 hours till it's completed. I want to complete that so I can go do the call to queue, so I can do the artifacts, so I can do my mess hall, my armory, get them done, get them sorted. But is there any rush to get them up at the minute? Well, no, not really. There isn't. They don't have locks behind them to say, well, you need to have them at this particular level to do this. I mean, granted, yes, the armor, if we can get the screen moving, the armory has it because you'll get certain, if it loads up, certain ship abilities at certain levels. So, yeah, I need to get that up. And obviously, when I get that up, I can get the Kelvins and the Valdors Relentless Assault for free. Yay! So, there is that. The Queue of Court, leveling it up. You need to level it up for the refinery and for the next round of trials. As you can see, court level 25. That's going to take me flipping ages to get there. I'll get there when I get there. It's not a necessary building. So the only buildings you'll find are necessary in this game to actually focus on is your ops, your academy, your R&D, your shipyard, ship hangar, refinery, your generators A and B, warehouses, vaults, and you'll also find you'll have your labs, your guns, your docks. That's going to cost you enough as it is. Take your time. You will get there eventually. It's like this building cost me, what is it, 1,695. I'm 60 gas short, right? 33 days to upgrade it. Well, I guarantee that 33 days, I'm going to get enough gas to do the next building. In fact, I'll probably get enough gas to do the next 2 buildings or 3 buildings. Or, if I look at the R&D, which is my next major building to upgrade, I still need a fair bit. But 142 days. And this is all based on cost efficiencies as well and time efficiencies. 142 days. Yeah, I'm still going to build up enough to actually do the level 47 R&D. So, and thanks for that one, Bob. I do try to make them as... I do try to expand on everything as much as I can. Because I know for some people, a quick, that's it, it's done. It's not as easy for some people. So it's like you got to take that step back and just try, you know, like, it's like getting your Terrace chocolate orange and opening the wrapper and just letting it spread. Like that. Well, actually, that's if you can just crack it. Just drop it a little bit and then it just all unfolds. Open it up and just go into it and try and cut everything down as much as possible. I mean, yeah, fine. I don't understand half the mechanics around this game. I seem to do a fairly good job of blagging a lot of it. But I'm not going to lie. I do pull me information from RevJuice's videos. I do pull me information from the other content creators and NDAs who have got more knowledge than I have. It's like I'm still trying to get my head around hull breach, burning, morale. I really want to do videos on them. I've had it on the docket for months to do them, but I keep hitting a mental block about how to explain it. Some point, I'm just going to do a video and hope for the bloody best. So, but anyway, so we have now reached midnight, so it is time to wrap up the stream. So thank you everybody for coming to watch the stream tonight. I will update the Discord link in the in my channel's description. I will update it there, and in the notes that I use to copy and paste into the videos and the live streams description as well. So I'll update that Discord link as well. Also, if anyone does want to donate to the channel, please feel free. I do appreciate anybody who does donate to the channel. But other than that, it's time for me to get some sleep because my kids will, well, at least one of my kids was going to be up in about 6 hours or 5.5, depending on if he actually decides he's going to sleep tonight. It took you 4 kills to clear that milestone. Yeah. Is that the trials one that you was on about? Because if that's the trials, then yeah, 4 kills would probably sound about right. Because that's one thing I've been noticing, like 3 or 4 kills. Yeah, in the trials. Yeah, it's rough in the 2-star. You get to a point where it's like it's like 3 or 4 kills to each level. So, and once you actually know that bit, you can use that as a method to figure out how long it's going to take you to finish that trial, to finish all those trials. So, but yeah, so there it is, guys. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to click the like button on the way out, because obviously it does help spread the streams out even further. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Last time I checked, I was at 722. I think I might be able to get a quick count on it now. Yeah, 722. I am trying to progress to the 1,000 and to get the monetization. So obviously ads will start appearing in front of the videos, and I'll start getting a little bit of revenue from that, which I can start putting towards things like getting a PC and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think about. So, but anyway, thank you for coming to join me tonight. I hope everyone has enjoyed the show. Take care, stay safe, live long and prosper. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show featuring Star Trek Fleet Command. Thank you for joining me, and good night.